Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you are watching this video. Thank you so much for joining me here today on my page or channel. It is your girl, Blue Lotus Tarot here, and today I'm going to be doing a general message from Spirit. So this is going to be, whatever, we're just going to see what comes out. This is going to be for anything you need to know or important messages at this time. These messages won't resonate for everybody, so please only take what resonates with your situation and leave the rest for somebody else who needs to hear it. And yeah, so thank you so much again, and let's jump right in. So today I'm just going to start off the reading with these messages from Spirit. So the messages today could also be coming, from your ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, things like that. Anyone, beings from the pure white light, okay? Those are the messages I'm going to channel today. So this is just going to see what comes out, what you need to hear, or what needs to be heard at this time. This is also going to be a timeless reading. So when you see these messages or when you're watching this video is on the day or time that you find this video is when you were meant to see it, regardless of when it is posted. So if you're here watching this video, that means you were guided here. Okay. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors. What does the viewer need to know at this time? What is an important message the viewer needs to know at this time, please? What is an important message the viewer needs to know at this time? Thank you. Okay, so we have the message of gratitude. And it says, life is one big, continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Okay, so what I'm definitely picking up with this card is some of you may be going through some things, or maybe going through situations where you may not understand why exactly it's happening to you, or what you're meant to learn from whatever situation. What I'm basically feeling too is there's a need to kind of change your mindset with this, instead of complaining about what you don't have. So I feel like some of you are your mindset is making you feel like a failure, or like you're not getting anything done, or I just kind of feel like you're stuck, or like you're in this place and you're feeling like everything you're doing isn't working, but yet you're still getting these, situations that are weird, or that are uncomfortable, and you're not really understanding what the point or the purpose of it is, or like the point of you going through it. I feel like a lot of it is what you're thinking internally. So the way you're thinking, the things you're saying, what you're believing about yourself and your life, all of that is reflecting into your external or outer world, your material world. So for example, if you're waking up every morning and you're just, you're like, oh, I don't want to go to work. Today's going to be a terrible day. I just know something's going to happen. Then that's kind of what you're actually manifesting into your life. Like you're telling yourself that something bad is going to happen. So something bad may happen. And I feel like if you're getting these situations, you're kind of in that mentality of like, yep, just another situation, or just another thing that I need to deal with. But instead of seeing it from a negative point of view, I feel like you're being guided to be grateful instead for the experience. Be grateful that you have the opportunity to learn from it, so that way you don't have to deal with it again. That way it's more of like you're seeing things from like the glass half empty instead of glass half full. Like you're seeing how it's affecting you negatively instead of seeing how it's actually benefiting you. And I feel like part of that is you need to be thankful or grateful for everything that you do have in your life, because you're already abundant enough as it is, and the more abundance you feel, the more you're going to attract into your life. So I feel like a lot of it is trying to change your mindset, so that way change your mindset, change your life. So just be kinder to yourself, be patient with yourself. If you need to pray, if you need to meditate, if you need to do anything that's going to help you connect with your ancestors or the divine, say things in your mind, or, tell yourself that you're going to get through it. Be thankful if you do get through it, or when you do get through it, tell yourself thank you for actually being able to overcome it. The more that you're grateful for the experiences that you experience, whether it's good or bad, still be grateful that you were able to either learn from the experience and leave it in the past, or that it was an experience that is something to really truly be grateful for, and say thank you and then keep going, so that way you can keep trying to bring those opportunities into your life. And at the bottom of the deck, we have cleanse. And it says, your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. So what I definitely feel with this, it's actually so funny. I just want to share this because it's so relevant in today's reading. So I actually was listening to one of my favorite tarot readers on YouTube last night, and something that I heard was, sometimes after all these years of just carrying baggage, all these, whether it's days, weeks, months, years, past lives, maybe this is something that has been recurring for multiple lives, but like after a certain point, the example of, when you first get a house or new windows, they're clean. And then as time passes by, the dirtier or dustier your windows get. And then it's like, it's up to you to be able to maintain that and, clean those windows. And it's the same with your body. Like your body carries so much, if you're bottling things in, if you're carrying so much negative emotions or just emotional, baggage, if you're burnt out, if you're drained, all of that energy, if you're keeping it inside and not, meditating or cleansing your body, cleansing your energy, aura, all of that, your space in general, it's all just going to keep cluttering up with things that are going to keep making you feel stuck and like bogged down. I feel like this is a very important message, that it's time to, whether it's meditating and getting yourself grounded and aligned, whether it's, having somebody like an energy cleansing of your house, of, just anything that you can do, even if some of you have like bad habits or something that you need to stop doing, anything like that. This is really a period of time where Spirit wants you to really take care of your trifecta of your body, mind, and soul, because if you just keep allowing yourself to be, beat down, then you're not going to make any progress, or you're not going to have the energy or the motivation to even do the things that drive you or that you want to do, So yeah, just as you wash your car or your windows, with my example, it's really important for you to take some time, whether it's spending, alone time, whatever you need to do to get yourself right again and, balanced, harmony, all of that. That way you're also not, if you're bottling things in and then you're not taking care of it yourself, and, if somebody kind of comes at you as well, then it's like you're throwing them your energy, and it's throwing them off balance too, or it's like it's throwing like bad energy on bad energy instead of just actually, you know, owning up and taking care of your own ish and getting your own self grounded so that way you don't affect other people. It's like instead you're just allowing everything to affect you. So that's basically what I'm seeing. Okay, so we're just gonna get some quick tarot messages to put on there, just to get some clarifying messages for what else needs to be heard at this time. And then we will close out with a final message. Okay, so what else does the collective need to know, Spirit? What else does the viewer need to know? What is an important message for the viewer at this time, please, Spirit? What else does the viewer need to know about their situation? What important messages, please? Thank you. Wow. Okay, so these two cards, I'm just gonna flip them, you know, upright right now so I can read them, but they came out sideways. So what I'm picking up from that right off the bat is, you know, there could have been something that crossed you, or there could have been, you know, like there could have been either somebody else crossed you or something kind of crossed your path, whether it was good or bad, you know what I mean? But that could also be why you need to remain grateful or hopeful that this was something you needed to experience, because we have the first card is Divine Guidance, and this is Archangel Sandalphon, and it says, the search for meaning in life, consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So I definitely feel like with how this came out sideways and surround yourself with wise teachers or friends, I feel like there could have been somebody that crossed you and you considered them a friend, or a teacher or mentor, however you viewed this person. But I feel like they may have told you something that you thought was legit advice, you know, like you thought like, yeah, this is great, like this is what I needed to keep myself going or to move past this situation. And I feel like this person may have actually crossed you. They may or may not have, like, you know, I don't know if their intentions was actually to cross you or not, but what I'm kind of picking up is like you kind of blindly listened to this person because you felt that they were somebody you could trust, and you thought that their guidance was, you know, was legit, and it ended up causing you grief, you know, and it ended up causing you to kind of be like, you know, praying for answers or praying for a solution, praying to get through it, that type of energy, you know. So I feel like this could also, so for some of you, somebody might have crossed you, or you were recently crossed by somebody. It could have been a friend or not, you know, and this, you're being, you know, divinely guided, or you're trying to be divinely guided to help you shift your perspective, like how it says, consider an alternative approach. So how I'm taking this is like what I was talking about earlier with, you know, change your mind, change your life, because once you change the things you're saying to yourself, you'll start to, you know, you'll feel different. You know, especially if you've been telling yourself like, oh, you're not good enough. You know, if you actually tell yourself, oh, you deserve that, you're gonna feel so much better. So like it's an alternative way of viewing things, and I feel like that's kind of how it resonates, or how it's resonating for me for this, is that, you know, regardless of if this was a, you know, a cross or a betrayal, it was still something you had to go through, and there was still something that was guided through that. And it's just a matter of, are you able to see why this happened, or why you're going through what you are. And we also had, because this was sideways too, we also have the Two of Michael, and this is also like the Two of Swords in traditional tarot. So it says, it will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. So yeah, so you may have been, you know, kind of in traditional tarot, it's a lady sitting on a rock or something. I forget what it is, but she's sitting and she has two swords crossing her and she's blindfolded. And it's because she's blindfolded from not being able to make a decision or just over analyzing two things. It's like, am I going to go this way or this way, this way or this way? And they just sit there and kind of ruminate in that instead of just making the decision, or like how it says, it'll all get better if you just make a decision. So I feel like some of you are kind of, you know, stuck in like, do you make this decision or do you not? Do you kind of change? Do you do something or don't you? Do you know, like, I just feel like you're kind of going back and forth, and it's like playing tug of war with yourself. And it's like, do you listen to this person if you still are listening to this person, or do you listen to yourself? Do you listen to what your intuition is telling you, what, you know, you feel the divine is telling you, or are you just going to ignore that and listen to yourself? So I feel like there's a lot of battle going back and forth. And I honestly, so just looking at this is really funny because, you know, purple, then blue, and then how it came out purple, then blue. So this is a lot for me, like your crown chakra. So I feel like the divine is trying to send you a lot of messages through your crown or third eye. And at the same time, some of you through your crown and third eye chakras, and some of you are having to deal with issues with your throat chakra. So you may not be communicating, or there may be something about your communication that's coming through here. So yeah, these colors are very, the messages are meant for these cards is what I'm saying, because the colors are so aligned, is how I feel. Okay, so let's take a look at these two other cards. So we have the Five of Michael and the Five of Michael and the Queen of Raphael. So the Five of Michael is, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Yeah, so this is the Five of Swords. So a lot of you guys, just like with this Two of Swords, a lot of you guys are kind of bound by your thoughts, or you guys are allowing your thoughts to kind of take over, and you're just kind of following what your mind is kind of saying. You're kind of just following like blindly, or like your blind guidance is what I want to say. There's a lot of, you know, mental confliction or mental thoughts, things that are, you know, just weighing you down. And it's like, it's something isn't serving you anymore. And it honestly, it could be that these thoughts that you're holding on to about yourself, or that you're telling yourself, or, you know, needing to change your mindset, it could be that pattern behavior doesn't serve you anymore. Or like how I was mentioning, if this was, I really do feel like somebody might have crossed you, like somebody that you trusted, that you thought you could listen to their advice, and, you know, that nothing was gonna happen, and then it's like they told you something that led you all the way, like completely down the wrong path, or completely like just kind of, you know, messed things up, or made you wonder like, why did I even do that, you know, and question. Now you're questioning this person. So I feel like also, if that does resonate for you, then this person doesn't serve you anymore, is no longer benefiting your life, and this person, like, you need to release your attachment to this person, because it's clear that, to me, that they don't have your best interest at heart. But that's not for all of you. A lot of you also released your attachment to the outcome. A lot of you have been holding on to a certain outcome or expectation of how you want a situation or something to go. And it's like, you're allowing yourself to stay trapped in that, thinking like, sorry, my dog's like freaking out right now, so you might hear her bark. But it's like, you're attaching yourself to what you want to happen, or what you're expecting to happen, which is just setting yourself up for disappointment, because if it's not going to happen that way, then it's like instead of allowing things to happen and like being grateful for like how it's going to happen or how it's supposed to happen, it's like you're attaching yourself to the outcome just to be disappointed if it doesn't go your way. So I feel like a lot of you may need to kind of stay open to the possibilities or stay open to what could happen, because it may not even turn out in the way that you expect. And if you keep holding on to that certain thing, that's just going to keep pushing you away. Come on. Come on. What's wrong? Que fue, Moni? Mete. She made an appearance. Oh my gosh, my chalupas. This is my dog Chalupa. Hi everyone. She's making her first appearance. Sorry for interrupting the reading. I guess she's gonna sit here with me, so we'll just keep it moving anyway. So yeah, so really try not to hold on to the outcome, because it's just gonna kind of keep making you feel stuck, or it's gonna keep holding you back from really doing the things that you need to do. You don't? And then the other card that came out was Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving, psychic. Follow your heart. A love of home and family. Trustworthy psychic information. Wow. Okay, so this could be you, or this could be somebody else that you're connected to, or that's in your energy field, or anything like that. But I feel like, so you could either be very psychic, intuitive. You may have, spiritual gifts, talents, abilities, things like that. You may be a tarot reader. You may, whatever your gifts are, either you or somebody else has them. And oh my gosh, it's like, wow. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. It's like, this is crazy because, okay, so some of you might actually be, going to your own, if you know somebody specific that does tarot readings or has psychic abilities, like you might have a personal tarot reader or psychic that you see on on a regular basis, or that you've started to go to see for advice and guidance, things like that. Or you could be a tarot reader or a psychic, or have some sort of gift or ability yourself, but you're definitely being guided to follow your heart. Follow your heart, follow your gut, follow your intuition, follow what you think you're being told. It's all about what you're feeling. And it's like, maybe this person kind of told you, not to go down or not to follow your heart. And then it's like whole time it crossed you. So it's like now you're being given the opportunity, be grateful that you're giving this opportunity to cleanse your mind, cleanse your soul, really figure out if this is what you want to do or not, or if this is a situation you want to continue. Because I feel like once you're able to really just take space and calm your mind and really become clear on what you want, then you'll be able to really follow your heart. And it's not going to matter, what this person did or anything like that. So I really think that's amazing. Some of you guys might be, opening up to your abilities, or you might be becoming more open, or you might know somebody that does tarot readings or things like that. You like maybe you're being guided to see somebody, or to get more readings done, or get some sort of advice. But I really feel like if you are seeing somebody that does tarot readings or is a psychic, their information or the things that they're telling you can be trusted, because trustworthy psychic information. Okay, compared to this, or this, compared to it's funny how the Five of Michael came out with the Queen of Raphael. So this situation doesn't serve you, something isn't serving you, and it's up to you to be able to follow your heart to see if you can figure out what it is or not. Thank you. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, wow, okay, so we have the Queen of Michael, but it's in reverse. So the Queen of Michael is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than relationships. Wow. Okay, so you see, even though it's in reverse, the benefit of experience. That's what I was trying to say earlier with, like, no matter whether the experience or something you go through is, you know, positive or negative, it's still the fact that you're gaining that experience to be able to either do something about it to change that from happening again, or to prevent that from happening again, or, you know, or just kind of staying stuck. So I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to find that clarity. Since it's in reverse, you're not clear on, you know, where you're trying to go or what you really want to do. Okay, so we are just going to close out this reading with some messages from the archangels. I'm going to close off to see what final affirmations you need to know at this time to help you on your path and to help you move forward. My little chicken critter just came and sat down with me, I guess. That's so funny. She honestly, every single time that I have filmed a video, she's never come up here and sat with me like this, or like, you know, she's always just somewhere else. So that might also resonate for you, you know, if you have a dog, or, you know, your dog or pet or somebody, you know, an animal might come up to you while you're watching this or something like that, and that might be confirmation, you know, that something in this message was meant for you. Okay. All right. Archangels, please. What does the viewer need to know? What is a final message for the viewer, please? Thank you so much. Final messages, please. One more. Thank you. So the first two we got out. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, the first one we have is Archangel Michael, and that's literally, here it is, Queen of Michael. So that's crazy. But this card says, when you are blessed with this angel card, you are guided to invoke Archangel Michael to help protect and strengthen you. He will increase your ability to deal with problems, so ask him to cut with his sword any emotional cords which bind you to people, stuck situations, or past memories. Then ask him to fill you with strength and love. He will shield you from the destructive thoughts, emotions, and actions of others. Archangel Michael works on the blue ray, giving strength and courage. Call for his help and visualize yourself wearing a deep blue cloak, securely fastened. This will place you under his protection. He is the master of all angels, a great warrior spirit. Within his light, you will feel more secure, have more confidence, energy, and power. And your affirmation is, I am strong and protected by Archangel Michael. This is crazy. So some of you, Archangel Michael might be, you know, somebody that guides you, protects you, help you, because there is a lot of strong Michael energy in this reading. And especially with the Queen of Michael too. The Queen of Michael holds a sword, and he or she, it's not gender specific, but they are ready to cut anyone or anything out of their life that isn't serving them anymore. And just like this card says, cut with his sword any emotional cords. So some of you might be a little attached, like how it mentioned earlier, or how I mentioned earlier. Some of you might be attached to a specific person or an outcome or a situation, and it's like you need to detach from that because it's not, I don't want to say it's not relevant anymore, but it's not helping you continue growing, you know. We also have another archangel. This is Archangel Gabriel. I cannot talk. It says, you are blessed to receive this archangel card, and your guidance is to invoke Archangel Gabriel, who works on the white ray for grace and purification. It is time to release old memories, ingrained habits, and mental patterns which lower your vibrations. Archangel Gabriel will bring order and discipline into your life so that everything runs smoothly. You can also call on him to bring you clarity and joy. You are reminded that you are a beautiful, light, and wise spirit, and that only the material mantle disguises your true self. So envision yourself surrounded by pure white light. Let your pure spirit emerge and fly. And your affirmation is, I am pure and light. Honestly, you guys, I love how much spirit is backing me up right now, because I feel like all of these messages, everything that I'm reading from these cards is literally what I feel like I just, talk to you about in this whole reading. So it's like getting these cards as your closing messages is like confirmation, because it is time to release old memories, ingrained habits, things like that. So you're allowing things to continue to get the best of you, or to continue to, lower your vibration. And it's like, instead of trying to stay there and be like, I deserve it, it's like, it's time to realize that, like, it was something that had to be experienced, or, it is what it is, and it's time to focus on your goals again, or it's time to focus on how you're going to move past this. Especially with purification and cleanse, there's a lot of I feel like energies, or there's a lot of built up things from the past that are kind of keeping you stuck in place. And it's like, you really need to cut those cords from the past, or cut those things to really be able to move forward and like start fresh, or not like have those things weighing you down. The third card you got was creativity. The angels suggest that you explore your creative potential now. Creativity is an energy for adventure and change. It may herald a new idea, inspiration for a book, an artistic vision, or a new project. Let your imagination flow. If you do not know how to channel the force, you may feel restless or dispirited. So ask your angel to help you to direct your creative energy towards something worthwhile. The angel wisdom reminds you that you are a co-creator with the divine. Use your power with wisdom and joy. And your affirmation is, I enjoy my creative powers and use them for the highest good. So so some of you might be very creative or artistic, or if you're not, and you just may have a lot of ideas in general, or like, things that would become really successful, or like especially would help you start a new business, or it's just something that you could have as a hobby but could make you a lot of money. Or in general, being creative and artistic might be something that could help you to release any of these energies that are holding you back. Because to be honest, sometimes I like to just, like, if I'm really stressed, or like I just need to let some emotions out, I'll paint, or like I'll listen to music and paint, or do something like that, because it's like therapeutic that you're writing, journaling, painting, things like that, where you don't actually have to express how you're feeling, like it's just what but the fact that you're working on something, that you're able to transfer that energy or those emotions into that piece or that work, it's an amazing feeling. Or it definitely kind of makes you feel like getting something off your chest. A lot of what some of you guys could do too is like write all these feelings or whatever you're feeling, and then burn the letter. Or like if somebody has specifically wronged you, write a letter, or whatever the experience is, write a letter of how much you hated it, how you feel about it, all of that, and then burn it as like a way to release that, or to at least, because then at least you got it out of your system, and then at least nobody else will find it or anything. But it's like your way of finding closure, basically. And okay, so your last card says adventure. Life is an adventure. Be ready for the unexpected and make the most of all the opportunities. The angel wisdom suggests you get out of any habits or ruts in which you are stuck. Do things that are different and face life with a sense of wonder. If the path ahead seems dark, do as you would if you were exploring a dark place. Ask your angels to light up the way, then watch for the signs and signals that tell you where and how to go. Explore the new with excitement and courage. These magnetic qualities attract money and career openings and add zest to relationships. The angels are inspiring you to move forward with anticipation, expectancy, and hope. And your affirmation is, I face the adventure of life eagerly. That is honestly so beautiful. And again, like that really does resonate. Like it's, you know, get rid of anything that is causing you to remain stuck. It's time to really focus on yourself and really, you know, move forward. And the more you kind of allow things to simmer or linger, the more that's just holding you back. And even if you're unsure about the path you need to take or about where you're going or anything like that, you're never going to know unless you take that first leap. And even then, the darkness might be something that you're just kind of making bigger than what it is. Like you might be, you know, telling yourself, oh, you're about to jump into 8 feet of water when it's only 2 feet. You know what I mean? Like it's something like that. So it's like life is adventure. Life, you have to be willing to take a risk sometimes, or you have to be willing to do the things that you want to do. But sometimes you have to actually take care of your first, or like get yourself right first before you can take that step. Because if you just take that step without being right first, like that's building a wonky foundation. You know what I mean? At the bottom of the deck, you have synchronicity. There is no such thing as chance in our incredible universe. The coincidences and synchronicities are carefully orchestrated by your guides and angels, so recognize them as the hand of spirit. Rejoice when you notice them, for they are the angels' message to you that you are on the right path. Start to expect them and look for them. Be aware that there is a divine reason behind them, and consider what the message or lesson is. Synchronicity is also a reminder to you that all things happen in divine timing, and your affirmation is all things happen in perfect timing. So yeah, exactly. Any situation that you might have gone through that you're unable to release at this time, that was fated. That was out of your control. It was meant to happen. You were meant to experience it and learn a lesson from it. And now, like, you've learned the lesson, or you've gone through the experience, or if you haven't already, or you're still going through it, like, you're getting through it. You know, it's not something that's gonna, everything's temporary. Okay, so like, this isn't something that's gonna continue. But whenever I read this, the fact that coincidences and synchronicities, one of my favorite shows, NCIS, one of his rules is there's no such thing as a coincidence. And that's just crazy, because for me, there's no such thing as like a synchronicity being a coincidence. Like, you were at that, especially like when you see 1111 or something like that, that means that you were, you know, 1111 or 222, like you're at the right place at the right time. Like, that's divine timing. Like, no need to worry, things, you know, like signs that your manifestations are coming in. So it's like the divine is giving the you know, spirit, ancestors, your guides, whoever in, you know, the 5D and all is giving you messages, and it's up to you to be able to acknowledge them and understand that that's what they're trying to show you, or they're trying to send you a message. So they could be trying to, you know, put things along your path where like you're seeing angel numbers all the time, which is like repeating numbers, like how I said 1111 or 222. It doesn't just have to be on the clock. Like if you pay for something and you see your total is like 777 or something like that, or 717, things like that. That could happen anywhere, like phone number, receipts, you know, how much you pay for gas, like if you work with data, any of it, like spirit is going to show you signs in ways that you're going to understand, and you just have to actually be able to acknowledge that that was a sign meant for you. So especially if you're seeing certain animals, if you're seeing feathers, if you're seeing like it's honestly the littlest thing, but you'll know because it's like you'll see it and it's just like, oh my gosh, like it'll kind of like catch you off guard, or you'll be like, oh wow. So yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, this is all divine timing, you guys. Everything's gonna work out in the way that it needs to, so don't worry. Okay, just keep continuing to focus on yourself, focus on your goals, focus on how you're going to push through this, and continue to strive and thrive, you know? Yeah, I could tell this was I'm definitely, I feel like, right now just sitting here, I feel a lot of sorrow. So I know some of you guys are going through it, but it's not going to stay like this forever, and I want you to know that, okay? Look for those signs and keep your head up, because you got this. You can do this. You can get through this. Okay, even if you do have to rewatch the video, write down the affirmations that I had said was on the cards and say those to yourselves every day, or just keep it like on a post-it note or something. Even if you Google, YouTube videos that just literally say affirmations for like 10 minutes or something like that. Anything that you can do that's going to help you stay in a positive mindset instead of just kind of like feeling bad or continuing to stay in a heavy energy, Wow, well, thank you guys so much for being with me here for this whole reading. I hope that this reading helped to provide some insight or clarity for your situation. I hope this reading resonated for all of you, most of you, or some of you. Please feel free to like, comment, follow, anything like that. I truly appreciate all of your support, and thank you so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.